the Korean's culture. You are entitled to serve your country for 2 years, and it's called NYSC. I have noticed that we share in common. Not really, we're siblings in our other one. They pulled their footwear. They see you as someone that does not have manners. That was like a surprising thing for me, and it happens here in Nigeria. And I was like, okay, we have a similar thing here.
Hello dear, welcome to RISAMARA TV.
So in today's video, we are going to be discussing culture shocks I learned from watching K-drama, which is also one of the cultures here in Nigeria. Should I say, which is also something that happens here in Nigeria. The first one is pulling their footwears when they go to someone's house or even their own house. This is something that happens here, and I was seriously shocked the first time I watched a Korean movie and they pulled their footwear, and the next one, the next one, the next one again. I mean the movies. So according to what I learned from a movie, it's them trying to prevent the germs that you carry it. So it's more like you pull your shoe or your footwear just to prevent those things. Here in Nigeria, it's also seen as a form of disrespect, or they see you as someone that does not have manners if you wear your footwear into someone's house. It's no longer that rampant here in Nigeria anyways. Growing up, it was a thing. You can't walk into someone's house putting on your footwear, but these days it's beginning to get normalized, especially in the big city. Well, when you go down to, let me see, some villages and you are visiting your grandparents, or when you want to enter the house, you have to pull your slippers before entering into the sitting room or the bedroom, which is also the same thing with the Korean's culture. That was like a surprising thing for me when I saw it being done in the Korean movie, because before then I used to watch like American movies and I've never seen them like pulling their footwear to enter inside. But seeing it in Korean movies made me feel like, okay, we have something in common. So number two, their way of greeting. You barely see any movie, whether it's their historical movie or their modern movie, and they want to greet their elders. You don't see this genuflecting. There's this special form of greeting in Korea that is super admirable, and it happens here in Nigeria. You don't just greet your elder anyhow, except you don't have respect. You know, in Nigeria there are plenty tribes. There are a lot of tribes here in Nigeria, but while greeting, everyone still shows that respect. Some lie down, some genuflect, some bend their head, some bend their hands, some just like that. So that's another thing I learned while watching Korean movie, their level of respect. When you are now watching their historical movie, that one is on another level. Another surprising thing I learned from watching Korean movie is the point or the fact that everyone is expected to serve their country for 2 years. Like, this is more like a rule for just males, and whether you're a graduate or not, you are entitled to serve your country for 2 years. But here in Nigeria, it's just for graduates. Once you're done with school, you are entitled to serve your country for a year, and it's called NYSC. NYSC is a paramilitary service where graduates serve your country for 1 year. So for 1 year, you dedicate 1 year of your life serving the country. But in Korea, it's a military service. This one, their own is purely a military service, but ours is paramilitary service. And NYSC is for both male and female, but theirs is just for males, and it's compulsory. But right now, if you have tangible reasons why you can't serve your country, you will just have to go through all the necessary procedures that would exempt you from not serving your country. And recently I learned that it's now the same thing with Koreans, that you can as well say that you don't want to because of so and so reasons, and go through the procedures and you'll be cleared. But the number of people that don't serve their country is very minute compared to the number of people that serve their country, because this is a general thing. This is a must do for youths in both countries. So that's another surprising thing I learned, and I was like, okay, we have a similar thing here. Like, the next thing that I learned from watching Korean movies that I believe that we share in common. So aside that, shit, I'm outside and the wind is becoming too much and everywhere is getting dark. I even had to hold my ring light before it falls down. So it started raining, It started with a very heavy wind, so I had to come inside. Now, I think I omitted one important thing that I think we share in common, and that is our international passports. I watched a movie and there was a display of the Korean passport, and it almost have the same design with the passport of Nigerians, like the Nigerian passport. I'm going to be displaying it on the screen for you to see. Both the color, almost everything is similar. So it has a way of making me feel like, okay, these two people share something in common, like maybe we were siblings in our other world. These are the list of things I have noticed that we share in common, and it's a shock to me. I don't know about you. So if you visited Korea before, or you have watched a movie where you observed something that was shocking and you think we share the same similarities, please leave it down below, leave it in the comment section below, so that people like us will get to learn more about your observation. See you in my next one.